Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video, okay, want to talk to you guys about my ASICs. All right, this is probably a topic not very many people really care about. I know there are a lot of big players out there that are obviously ASIC mining, and I know a lot of people understand that Bitcoin mining is quite industrialized now, and I think even script mining, which is mainly what I want to talk about. All right, so I have my Antminer L9 that's right here, and this thing has been pretty profitable over the past year, I'd say. I got this back in November of 2024. Now it's November of 2025, and this thing, even though Dogecoin I think is 16 cents as of recording, this thing currently earns about 6 to 7 bucks after my 8 cents electric rate. So it's definitely fallen because Dogecoin, right? Dogecoin was like what, 44 cents, you know, like a year ago, and it's been going down, kind of. It's been going up and down, but the L9 has essentially held its own, and even the L7 actually. But the L7 now I think is only making less than $1 a day for me at my 8 cents per kilowatt hour here. So it's getting worse, right? And that's because the market's been going down, everything has been going down, Dogecoin's been going down, but also at the same time, Litecoin network hash rate has been climbing, okay? So yeah, everyone understands with merge mining, okay, you're mainly mining Litecoin, and then it's merge mining Dogecoin and a lot of other merge mineable coins, auxiliary coins, bells, Pepe coin, you name it. There's a whole bunch of them. But mainly you are mining Litecoin, which is really not profitable at all. Majority of the profitability is coming from Dogecoin, okay? A lot of the merge mine coins really have no value, isn't that profitable at all. Maybe you're making a penny or two on those auxiliary coins, really nothing at all. Anyways, I just wanted to look back, you know, in the computer, how much, you know, the L9 was making, you know, maybe a year ago, and look at it how it is now, maybe the past couple months. So I'll see you guys in the computer right after today's video sponsor.
Looking to jump into crypto mining with confidence? Meet ASLMiner.com, your gold standard supplier for all ASIC mining hardware. Founded in 2015, ASL Miner distributes top brands like Bitmain, WhatsMiner, Ice River, Canaan, and now they are the official distributor of the new FluMiner L1 Pro Dogecoin miner, FluMiner L2, and coming soon, the FluMiner T3 Bitcoin miner. They have multiple cryptocurrency payment methods, worldwide shipping, and world-class customer service to deal with customs and tariffs. ASL Miner makes the ASIC miner buying experience easy. Visit aslminer.com today and use code RPM for $30 off your order for the lowest priced crypto miners today. Link down below.
Okay, so I want to start off first just going through a couple old videos that I've done. It was actually December 1st when I first got the L9, and I did the unboxing and setting it up, and I was just looking at the initial price of it when I first got it. It was actually over $15,000. Holy smoke. So $15,000 first batch. I would say I was one of the first people to get an Antminer L9 back then. And so, yeah, it's November now as of recording. So maybe it hasn't been a full year yet. So maybe 11 months or so that I've had my L9 running. But, you know, this thing was making roughly about between 60 to 70 bucks a day. Okay. So December 9th, I made another video showing about my earnings. Okay, according to Mining Now, it was about $65, $64 that day. But I was on Mining Dutch, actually. All right, and Mining Dutch throughout that time, the L9 was actually very profitable because Mining Dutch at that time was really one of the only mining pools who was able to pretty much add all these other auxiliary coins to merge mine with Litecoin. And, you know, there were times when Bell's coin, I think, was coming around this time, Lucky coin, a few other coins. Lucky coin mainly, I think that was kind of one of the profitable ones, or Bell's as well. It was profitable for a good, I'd say a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. And it was definitely better on Mining Dutch versus a lot of other pools. I think now it's dropped off, but before, when merge mining was really coming about, especially on Mining Dutch, I earned about 70 bucks
that day. Okay. So it was earning more than what the calculators were saying because the calculators did not have those auxiliary, merge mine coins along with Litecoin, right? So yeah, mining Dutch was really good that time. So it was earning great, $70 back then, December. But lo and behold, a couple months later, okay, around March 11th, made another video. I called it this Doge crypto miner did not make $2,000 a month. So, after 3 months of mining with it, profitability went down to like, if you had free power, $17 a day. And then after my 8 cents electric, about $11 a day. That's also when Dogecoin at that time was about between 14, 15, 16 cents when I made that video. So Dogecoin did go down quite a decent amount since then. So looking at that, right, where Doge is now actually, so yeah, you guys can see how much the profitability has changed, over those past 3 months from like $70 a day down to $17 a day. You see within that span of 3 months, you see how volatile that is. So here we are today, okay, and this is a good comparison I want to show here with the Litecoin network hash rate, climbing over the past month here, almost another 0.5 petahash. Okay. But overall, right, Script has been climbing since November of 2024. This is when the L9s really started getting in people's hands, including myself, right? And this is when the hash rate just started exploding. Pretty much almost another petahash, pretty much. So this grew from November 2024 all the way up until March 2025. So you can see why also the Doge's price went down, that the profitability was, cut like 3x, 4x. But now, okay, it's been climbing up here. Okay, so here we are present day where Dogecoin is 16 cents. Okay, so pretty much kind of at the levels where we were back in March 2025. So how's an L9 profitability now? Well, my L9 16 gigahash model is about $6.85 a day after 8 cents electric. So it's about half of what it was, but we've had here pretty much double the network hash rate since we've added another petahash basically since March of 2025. Here we are, November 2025, Doge is 16 cents. There's another petahash of the network, and the profitability of a L9 is pretty much another half cut here. So with Dogecoin, there is no halving, and Dogecoin mining is inflationary as well. Whether or not people think that's a factor, I don't think so, because the emissions for Dogecoin overall, I think, is roughly about $2.25 million. And the volume that's on these exchanges for Dogecoin is in the triple digit millions. So $2.5 million emissions, right? For all the 2.25 million, sorry, that is spread across all the crypto miners, all the script miners, right, that are merge mining Dogecoin, right? That's all being spread, the piece of the pie amongst everyone that's mining. It's not really affecting, I guess, in a sense, sell pressure, if anyone's thinking about it in that regard. But yeah, the volume on these exchanges for Dogecoin is insane versus what is actually being outputted every day in emissions for Dogecoin. So yeah, but just to show you that comparison, right? Between March of 2025, here we are, November 2025. So a good 6, 7, 8 months later, that profitability of Dogecoin, of L9s, it's coming down. Even at 8 cents kilowatt hour, it's still good. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, I'm not trying to say like, oh, this is really bad, but it's still technically good. Okay. October 8th, we were a lot better in profitability. The L9 was making back in September, mid-September to October, $25 a day, $16 after electric. But that's when Dogecoin was much higher in price, right? When Dogecoin was around 20 to like 24, 27 cents around there, right? Dogecoin was much higher. But since we have fallen, since then, that's why profitability has dropped. And is it going to drop further? Your guess is as good as mine. But this is where, for people that are, okay, now everyone's going to ask, RedPanda, is it a good time to get into script mining, buying, L9s? Or there's a lot of newer Dogecoin script ASICs coming out. And this is where I'm going to say it's all going to depend on your power costs and where you're going to get these hosted, your risk tolerance and believing that Dogecoin is going to go higher in price, right? And be able to sustain at those levels. I mean, now that I've talked about it over the past 11 months, you guys can see the profitability of the L9 has been drastically changing up and down, up and down. And that really goes towards with Dogecoin's price, right? So this is all going to be dependent on Dogecoin's price, really. I think the hash rate, right, and the difficulty that's coming on Litecoin's network hash rate, it's climbing. Sure, don't get me wrong, it's gone up another petahash, but it hasn't really affected it that much in the profitability. I mean, it has, but then it hasn't. It's just power costs. You know, there's that equilibrium between the power cost, network difficulty, and the price of Doge. Okay, mainly because all the profits come from Doge. So it is becoming industrialized now. I don't know if I can truly, if anyone that has under 7 cents per kilowatt hour, maybe you'll be able to sustain with an L9 for probably the next 2-3 years, probably. Don't quote me on that. That's going to totally dependent on Dogecoin's price. But to be able to have cheaper electric, like that's the name of the game. Or if you guys want to get hosted, okay, check out Terra Hosting. They have, I think, under 100 slots left right now, and they're going to be expanding another couple hundred in the next couple months. Metered Mining also, I believe, has a bunch of slots available as well. Okay, so if you guys want me to introduce you to Metered Mining, let me know, or Terra Hosting, let me know. Just email me, contact@redpandamining.com. I can help you out. Or check out my website, redpandamining.com, and just tell them RPM sent you. Iowa Mining also has slots available as well. He's going to be opening up a new hosting facility, I think, in the next month or two here. So yeah, if you want to hit up these guys, they're going to be having they're going to be having some slots available here, okay, real soon. So yeah, I think Dogecoin mining would be best suited for hosting, hosting at much cheaper electric. Like anything above 10 cents, like I wouldn't be, you know, I personally, residential electric, I don't know very many people are mining with L9s at residential electrics right now. So you know, as you go down the list, right, you know, as efficiency truly matters, you can see even at 10 cents electric, you know, you're breaking even on a DG Home 1, Flueminer L2, like these smaller stuff. But anything much older, like gold shells, of course, L7s. Okay, the L7 is unprofitable over 10 cents electric. Okay, so that's, yeah, the L7. Yeah, it's a very risky buy, even though I know they were very cheap. Maybe a month or two ago, they were selling them for like $1,700-$1,800. I truly think that because, yeah, there's newer models coming out, right? If we look at here, the Litecoin script A6 for, we got here the L11 DG2 Plus, right? The efficiency gain on these models is marginal, very small compared to the L9, which is 0.22. Watt per hash. The L11 is 0.19, so it's really 2 or 3 points better, 0.03 points better against the older L9. And now there's a bunch of other ASICs out there, other models, AlphaPax DG2, that's hitting up that realm as well. Volk Miners coming out with their new one. I just talked with them. They're going to come out with their new one. Flueminer L3 in January, apparently claiming 7.717 watt per hash, so pretty efficient there. Of course, there's going to be Hydro for the L11 as well, and then I haven't heard anything from Locotech, so I don't think that's real. And then yeah, so all that's happening, right? Litecoin and script ASIC mining is becoming a lot more popular now. So I would understand getting into script mining now, you would be getting in where things are quite high in terms of just the risk in terms of getting into these miners. You're paying, let's see here. And yeah, if anyone is looking for L9s, you're paying $5,500, $5,600 ASL miner selling them for right now. If you're looking for a better deal, just email me. I can get you in touch with the owner, with ASL miner. I can, or other people as well. I have other contacts. Just let me know. Just email me, contact@redpandamining.com. If you guys are looking for like better deals, I can get you better deals than what you probably see on the website. And also DDP and stuff as well. So if you're any ASIC actually, if you're inquiring about anything, just I can get you guys towards people who I know that will give you better deals. So than what you see on the website. Okay, so all right. Anyways, guys, yeah. Dogecoin. I mean, another thing is, there's also these Dogecoin ETFs that are apparently on the way. It's been the talk of the town over the past year, I feel, ever since Dogecoin pumped. So whether or not, there's going to be an actual grayscale ETF that's going to be, is going to be approved, and it's going to, cause, some FOMO and, institutional investors getting into Dogecoin. That'd be great. That'd be great. Then everyone who has, these ASIC miners will hopefully then be able to sustain a much longer in terms of profitability. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be the name of, that's the name of the game. That's the risk that a lot of people who have been getting into script mining, I know that you can see how much hash rate has climbed. This is where, yeah, looking at how high the hash rate's already climbing and how many more industrial players are getting into script mining, it's getting up there. And I think, also China via BTC, F2 pool, and pool, I think there's been a lot more of these script ASICs that have been turning on in China as well. I'm not saying that's nothing bad, but they're all made over there anyway. So whether or not they've been pre-mining with a lot of these newer models, which I feel like is happening, and then they're going to be selling it off to the North American market. It's a really hard, it's really hard to really recommend buying an $8,000, $9,000 ASIC at these prices. I personally would not, unless I had like 3 or 4 cents electric. Then that would help lower my risk. And then I would understand, for me personally, that I'd be able to sustain and keep that miner on for the next couple of years if I had 3 or 4 cents electric. And then at the same time, I would know that it would remain profitable for me. And then at a tax planning advantage, the tax strategy advantage would be I can write off the miner, right? As it is going to be still profitable and making money, and then I can write it against my income. So yeah, there's people who plan it that way. If you're running ASIC miners, running ASICs, crypto mining as a business, a lot of people take advantage of that. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think that's it. Let me know your guys' thoughts about all this. Are you buying more script miners? Considering things are, how high the hash rate is, considering where Dogecoin is right now, maybe considering where the market is right now. You guys let me know. Bitcoin's 101. Are we gonna stay above this level over the theoretical $100,000 level? I hope so. If not, then probably things are going to come down. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out.